Healthy Lifestyle Crib presents 16 Ways to Put Away $100,000 Before You Turn 30. How can you put away $100,000 by the time you turn 30? Be a genius and obtain an incredibly high-paid job? Can't you just find some well-off relatives to help you out? Are you hoping to win the lottery? Wish you the best of luck. Alternatively, you may first attempt these practically reliable tips. Number 1. Make saving a default setting. Do you ever want to blow your entire paycheck the moment you have it? Oh, just about each and every time. Anyone, even the most frivolous spenders, can save for a crisis by following a simple strategy. Make regular deposits into a savings account. Although putting away 5 to 10% of your income may not seem like much now, you'll be pleasantly surprised by how much you've accumulated in a few years' time. Not seeing this money before it's transferred eliminates the temptation to spend it. Number 2. Don't splurge on expensive car, or no car at all. For the majority of 20-somethings, having a flashy automobile is a sign of financial success. Is it really financial success to sink the bulk of your resources into something that depreciates over time and always wants more money from you? In addition to the initial cost, there will also be ongoing costs associated with maintaining your vehicle. You should think about using the bus or a bike unless you have a solid financial foundation. I mean, some really powerful people do it. Number 3. Cancel all memberships or subscriptions that are not important. You'd think that signing up for, and paying for, a gym membership would encourage you to use it, but you already know how that goes. We don't have time, we're too busy, or any other possible excuse. Stop paying for subscriptions you haven't used in months. Like a monetary vampire, they are continually draining your resources. You may easily renew them if you anticipate needing them again. Number 4. Put aside justifications like, I can afford it. Spending all of your money now because you can afford it does not bode well for your ability to put away a sizable sum of money for the future, even if you do have enough money today. In other words, you can easily afford the newest iPhone, a closet full of high-end fashion, and a weekly dinner at a nice restaurant. So wonderful. Do you really require all of that? Someone who makes less money but is wiser about it has higher odds of saving $100,000 than someone who can't stop spending to impress. Number 5. Invest on games you will enjoy playing again and again. It's your turn, gamers. The time and money you put into this pastime might be wasted. Rather than wasting money, wisely invest in games that can be played several times. Interactive narratives, such as those found in puzzle games, quests, and RPGs, may keep you occupied for hours and even many plays through. You may sell or trade it in for another game when you're done with it for good. In addition, please share your thoughts on other great games for a second playthrough in the comments. Number 6. Ignore the newest trends. Just because a certain shade of blue is in this season doesn't mean you need to go out and buy a bunch of new clothes. And why should you buy a new phone if the one you already have works fine? New technology and cool fashion trends will always be coming out. If you try to follow along, you'll probably spend most of your money on this never-ending quest. Don't buy anything unless you really need it. Number 7. Invest in property. Unless you have to get a mortgage, most real estate pays for itself relatively soon, whether you live in it or rent it out to someone else. But, unlike cars, property usually gets more valuable as inflation rises. It goes up a lot in cities that are growing. So, if you buy a house for, say, $150,000, it might go up in value to $2,020,000 in a few years, at which point you could rent it out for a lot of money. Number 8. If something is not in use, unplug it. The best practice is to disconnect electronics while they are not in use. Devices that go into standby mode still use energy. It may not seem like much, but when you factor in the total amount of energy for which you are spending more than necessary over the course of a year, you will realize just how much money you are squandering. Number 9. The dishwasher should be used. If you can believe it, a large, powerful dishwasher actually conserves water compared to washing dishes by hand. Savings of up to 5,000 gallons of water per year are possible just by using a high-quality dishwasher. Since the newer devices already incorporate heaters, they can heat water much faster than a traditional water heater. Half of the energy required to heat water for hand washing at the sink will be avoided in this way. Number 10. Be sure you buy the proper cookware. Choose pots and pans with a diameter that fits your stove's rings. As a matter of fact, using the improper sized cookware might cause as much as a 50% increase in your monthly energy bill. Another tip for the stove: switch it off 5 minutes before the food is done cooking and it will still cook properly without wasting energy. Number 11. Reduce your water use. When someone shaves or brushes their teeth, they might waste anywhere from 5 to 8 liters of water. The solution: turn the faucet or shower off if you're not utilizing the water at that moment. Additionally, modern toilets have dual flushing. If you only want to discharge half of the water in the tank, instead of all of it, pressing one button is the most efficient option. A water bottle can be substituted for the missing fancy function. It'll displace water flowing in and exiting, so you'll save hundreds of gallons a year. Number 12. Learn to cook. Make going out to restaurants a special occasion rather than a daily routine. Even if you stick to quick food joints rather than fine dining establishments, you'll still spend a lot more money on meals than you would if you prepared it yourself at home. So, unleash your inner cook and become more familiar with your stove. If you want to save even more money on food, plan your meals for the week and create a shopping list so you don't have to go to the store more than necessary. Number 13. Invest on LED light bulbs. LED lights are more expensive than incandescent ones, but they are more energy efficient and last far longer. They are immediate on, use nearly 10 times less power, and last 10 times longer than standard bulbs. Please remember to switch off the lights when you leave a room. It takes a lot more energy for a bulb to light a room that isn't being used. When the sun is shining, natural light may be relied on to save costs associated with artificial lighting. Number 14. Do something new. While you're young, don't be scared to attempt something different, like a new career. It's possible that you'll find a new passion that pays better and is more enjoyable than your previous occupation. People who are particularly good at conveying their knowledge in a particular subject sometimes find success by teaching others through the medium of the internet. Don't feel bad about changing jobs if you reach a plateau in your career and realize you can't advance any further at your current employer. There are plenty of other people out there who are willing to pay well for your expertise. Number 15. Tweak the temperature setting. Since you're an adult now, feel free to adjust the temperature. Setting it to a sensible amount shows that you're maturing into your parents' mold. Try not to starve or overheat. Before turning on the heater or air conditioner, you should wrap up with a blanket or crack a window. Number 17. Stay with your folks for the time being. This used to be a joke about those who weren't successful enough to support themselves, but these days many young adults are content to remain at home with their parents. A significant portion of a young person's income may go toward housing costs, which is money that might be saved if instead it were not spent. Unfortunately, not everyone, including their parents, is up for this suggestion. The alternative is to find roommates, whether they be friends, a partner, or random strangers. If you think this video will be helpful in teaching you how to build a healthy nest egg, please like and share it with others. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.